Hi guys, this is Fawzi Ali. This is my first video on Snowflake, and the subject of today will be Snowflake, Snowpark, and DBT. So let's start. Python in DBT. DBT tool was initially developed to perform SQL transformations. SQL language is simple but has limited capabilities for machine learning. Python contains packages and libraries to perform transformations efficiently. Python models are defined in .py files compared to the SQL extension. Python models are functions, named models that return data frames. You can reference DBT sources, apply transformations, and return the transformed data. Python DBT models are supported across 3 data platforms, and the focus today will be on Snowflake. I started by set up the environment. We have Snowflake, the primitive objects such warehouse, database, schema, roles. On the DBT side, we have source files. We have the models folder containing the SQL and Python model, which is the focus today. And we have some config files. I'm using Python 3.8, Snowflake, Snowpark Python, Core DBT, and DBT Snowflake packages. For the DBT projects, we have some folders and some config files and some data files to be seeded in the target DBT database. The main two config files are DBT project, which is a subset of metadata of the project. We see here the main section is models. So we have the staging folder will be mapped to the schema STG, and the Mart folder will be mapped to the Mart schema, and the objects will be materialized as a table. For the profile, we have all the required credentials to connect Snowflake. Here are the commands that will be used. So we will seed these 3 CSV files in the row schema, and then we will create the STG object from the 3 SQL models, and finally we will create 2 objects in the Mart schema, and these 2 objects, one is based in Python model and the other one is based in the SQL statement. Here we have on the right the model based on Python, and on the left the model based on SQL. So we should have the same output. Here it is the same code but is written in different manner. On the left in the SQL, and on the right it is written with Python. So let's start the demo. First we will seed I have SQL to check the created object in DBT schema. So now there is no object in the DBT schema, in the row schema for the DBT database. So the seeding is in progress. I can check. Here we have 3 objects created in the row schema: row customer, row payment, and row order. So let's create the staging stuff. check again. We will have in the STG schema 3 other tables, and finally we will see the Mart schema. We will have 2 additional objects. It is in progress. Let's check again. Sorry, the right SQL. So here we have in the Mart schema 2 other objects. So on the Snowflake side, we set up the environment by creating the role, creating the warehouse, and creating also the user, affecting the user to the role, granting the privileges, and granting all the required privileges to the user. Here we can check the content of the table generated by SQL, and we can compare. Here we have 100 row, and we can compare all the content for both tables generated from the SQL model and generated from the Python model. And if we do minus, there is 0 match. And if we do the intersect, we'll have 100 match, which is that the content of both table is identical. Here on the activity side, we see all the generated query that has pushed down to Snowflake from Snowpark. Here the last one is for the customer. It is populating with insert the Mart schema and the customer Python DBT using all the generated code from the STG table. So as conclusion, we have the extension of Snowflake, Snowpark of DBT will give us other opportunity to control more complex code. And we see it is so easy just to integrate a DBT model and convert it from SQL to Python. So that's all for the demo today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in next video.